Hello and welcome here today for Matchday 14 of the Premier League, and my name is Granica and these are the official matches for today. Starting first at the Emirates, as we are going to have Arsenal as they are taking on against Liverpool. And also the other match will be taking place in St James's Park, as we are going to have the richest club in the world, Newcastle United, and they take on Chelsea. Let's go now straight into the first matchup we are featuring here today, as we are going to have starting first will be Newcastle United and they take on Chelsea. And let's get this matchup underway right now as the Geordies Newcastle take on Chelsea here today at St James's Park. And this is going to be a very huge matchup in the card between two sides going up against each other right here, right now in this matchup. It's Newcastle and they are taking on here against Chelsea in this matchup. So starting first here today for the home team, Newcastle United, the Geordies, the black and whites, the Toon Army, their lineup's going to be today. Let's go have goalkeeper Nick Pope in goal, with Kieran Trippier the captain, Dan Burn, Botman and Paul Dammit. We've got Joe Willock, Bruno Guimaraes and Joe Linton. We've got Miguel Almiron, Callum Wilson, Alan Saint-Maximin also for the Newcastle team. For Chelsea, however, in their team, got goalkeeper Mendy. We have is Reece James, Esuqueta, Kurt Zouma, Mark Corella, Luis Alberto, Declan Rice, Jorginho, Mason Mount, and also got Mertens and also Tammy Abraham also for the Chelsea team. It's going to be a very interesting matchup. It's going to be between the two sides here today, Chelsea and Newcastle United. It's going to be a very interesting match between two sides here, as we have the Geordies from the North East are playing at home today against Chelsea. And let's get this match underway. Here we go, let's get this underway right now. It's Newcastle United versus Chelsea. And here we go, and let's get this contest underway, shall we, between the two sides. And Kieran Trippier throws it in now to Miguel Almiron. Now Almiron there. He lost control now. Good defend there from Cucurella right there. Now throwing right now for Newcastle. Now Miguel Almiron. Now is Joe Willock. Now is Dan Burn. Now Bruno Guimaraes. Now is Callum Wilson. Wilson, the goal! And Newcastle scores in the early stage of the matchup. And Newcastle are in front. Yes, a great goal for Newcastle. They are doing so well since they've actually had a very good four-game unbeaten run in the Premier League after their bit of a poor spell around the start of the season. They are actually up to 6th place in the Premier League there at the moment, and they want to try and extend that hopefully and push on towards Tottenham, who are currently in 5th place in the Premier League. And Newcastle, of course, the richest owners in Saudi Arabia, took over the club during pre-season, bringing Eddie Howe as their new manager. Not had a very good start to start. Lost 5-4 to Leicester in the first game of the season. Obviously losing to Man City 5-0 at home. But obviously since they played Southampton and won 6-2 that game, and also beating Portsmouth and having a game here today with Chelsea, is a good start for them so far. And it's going to be offside. And it's going to be a free kick for Newcastle. Now Seven Botman pass it short there to Guimaraes. Now Guimaraes there. Now is Joe Willock. Now Willock there to Wilson. Now Wilson's through the counter-attack here. Wilson! Oh, that could have been 2-0. It could have been for Newcastle. What a good start to the game for the Toon Army. Cross into the box here. Now, Cucurella now clears it away. Now Willock. And it's now going to be out there for a goal kick right here for Eddie Howe. They're really shouting to the players in the touchline, telling the players what to do. They've done quite well, Newcastle. I've got to say, at the start of the match, have been very quick and very pacey and very attacking on Chelsea's defence. And Chelsea have had a very good season so far under Thomas Tuchel. They are currently sitting in 2nd place in the Premier League, and they really want to hopefully, carry on competing at the top with Man City at the top of the table, because they've been doing that throughout the start of the season. They've been really competing at the top of the league. But now here's Willock now near counter-attack here. Can Newcastle get something? Maybe another goal, maybe. And I've got to say, Newcastle did actually end Liverpool's unbeaten run at the start of the season, and they did actually beat them at St James's Park by 3-2. And that was on match day 4 of the Premier League. They could do the exact same thing to Chelsea here today on match day 14. Now it's Guimaraes now. Now it's Joe Linton again here for Newcastle. And now there's Luis Alberto wins it back now to Mertens. Now Tammy Abraham. Abraham now press on here. And now could be a chance here. Good defending there. Cover up there for Newcastle. And a save there from Nick Pope. And that's going to be now a corner kick here for Chelsea. Now into the box. Okay. Now is Almiron wins it back here. Nice counter press here. Now Cucurella. Now Exardo-Quetta. Now to Exardo-Quetta. Now to Reece James. Now is Luis Alberto. Now Alan Saint-Maximin. Now pass it there to Callum Wilson. Nice counter press here from Wilson here. Could be a chance here maybe. Good defending now. Declan Rice. Now Rice to Abraham. Now is Mason Mount. Now Mount there on the counter press. And now is Mount. Mount press on. Good defending right there now from Dan Burn to Nick Pope. And whoa, might be a beatdown maybe here from Wilson. Wait a second. Now Kurt Zouma now. Okay, that's going to be now a free kick here for the two. Newcastle. Kieran Trippier, the captain, will take the free kick. Have a shot. Right into the hands there of Mendy right there. And nothing else. But anyway, he's got it in his hands. Now boots it away right there. Nice there from for Newcastle. Now he's Dan Burn. Now Dan Burn now to Gomes. Now is Mertens. Now Abraham. Mertens now. Nice. Now to Abraham now. On the attack. On the press here. Maybe so. Now Kieran Trippier. Now Mertens. A goal for Mertens. And Chelsea have scored. And the ball hit over the line by Golan Technology. And it's now 1-1 in this matchup right there. What a goal that is there from him. And Golan Technology says it is a goal confirmed right here for for Chelsea, and it's going to be 1-1 in this matchup right here right now. And now is Wilson. Now there's Abraham. Now Declan Rice. Now Abraham. Now Mertens. Now Grimeles. Now Joe Linton. Now Joe Linton. Now shot for Newcastle to make a goal back before half time, but it's a save. And now Kieran now is crossed into the box here from Trippier. Now head away from Cucurella. Now is Willock. Now it wins the ball back here for Newcastle. And now Cucurella wins it back here. Now back to the goalkeeper. Now Mendy now. Oh wait a second, lost control of it. Now back to Chelsea again here. Now is Jorginho. Now to Mertens. Now Mertens. Okay, that's going to be half time at the break here at St James's Park. And it is a draw going into half time. It's been a very good matchup between two sides here today. And Mertens equalises in the game to get back in the match. And also Callum Wilson scored as well. And it's now 1-1 at half time between Newcastle and Chelsea. Okay, we're back here for the second half. And here we go. And the score is the score. And it's now 1-1 in this match. Now throwing right there for Reece James. Now to Jorginho. Now throwing right there again. Now Dummett. Now Maximan. Now Joe Linton. Now is Joe Linton. Wilson. Now Kurt Zouma. Now zooming out now to Mertens. Good defend there from Botman. Now Joe Linton. Now Botman. Now Joe Linton. Wilson. Now here's back to Reece James here. Now here's a chance, a nice pass there now to Tammy Abraham. He's through. It could be a goal for Chelsea. Oh, that could have been. But he missed it right there. Off target. Now Nick Pope will take the goal kick. Trippier. Now Burn. Now Trippier. Now is Wilson. And now there's a foul right there from Reece James. A free kick right there from him. Yeah, give away a free kick stupidly right there. Free kick here for obviously there for Newcastle United. In fact, they got themselves a free kick in the 56th minute of the match in the second half. And there you go, now is Kieran Trippier. Trippier into the box, head away. Now Mertens. Now it's Mason Mount. Now Jorginho. And now Mount. Oh, that had a shot, but save right there from Nick Pope. Now, header. And that's handball. Wait a second, there's a penalty. And the referee points to the spot for a pen. A penalty right there from Jorginho right there into the hand. That's going to be a pen. It's going to be a penalty. And there you go. Penalty will be given here for Chelsea. Jorginho. And he puts in a goal's been scored. And Chelsea are in front. And it's now 2-1. They were actually trailing by 1-0. And now it is to turn the tables around to Chelsea. And they're in the lead for the first time. And it's now 2-1 to Chelsea at St James's Park. What a very, very good season right there for Chelsea. I've got to say, under Thomas Tuchel, had a very shitty season last year. Obviously under the manager Ralf Rangnick. But since he's took over as manager of this club, he's done quite well for Chelsea, in fact. And they are obviously competing with Man City at the top of the league in second place. But it's Newcastle now to Bruno Guimaraes. Now it's Cucurella. Now Abraham. Now here's to Dan Burn. And now is Guimaraes. Now is Dummett. And now is Newcastle here now. Nice there to Joelinton. Now Wilson. Almiron. Willock. Shot. Save there from Mendy. Nice boot away. Now Botman. Guimaraes. Now Willock. Wilson. Now Kieran Trippier. Clearance away. Guimaraes. Saint-Maximin! And Newcastle are back in the match. Alan Saint-Maximin. He scores. And it's now 2-2 here at St James's Park. What a turnaround. And what a game we've had so far here at St James's Park. As Newcastle were in the lead at the start of the match. Then Chelsea scored just before half time. Then it went to 2-1 to Chelsea. Chelsea got themselves in front for the first time. And then, however, in the other hand, Newcastle are now back in the game to 2-2. And I think Tuchel's very unhappy he looks in the touchline. But I don't blame him one bit. And now, let's get straight to kick-off here now into this match since they've scored. And Maximin scored 5 goals in 14 matches this season so far for the Magpies for Newcastle. Now, Jorginho's through. It could go for free. But now could be a chance for free. And Newcastle, they're clearing it away right. They're out of danger. And now is Willock. Now Rice. Abraham. Now is Wilson. Now is Almiron. Now is Almiron. Shot. Save right there from the goalkeeper. And there's substitutions being made right here for Newcastle. 3 substitutions. Now it's going to be a corner hit right here, right now. So Mertens will come on. And Jorginho comes off. Now Trippier, head away. Now Luis Alberto. And now Mertens is through right now. And he's 1v1 here to the goalkeeper. It could be 3-2. Oh, bypass Nick Pope. And he puts it in for free. And Newcastle are heartbroken. Mertens was 1v1 to the goalkeeper. And he turned over Nick Pope on his own. No one there. All he had to do is just tap it in. And he just did that. And now it's 3-2. To Chelsea in the match. And there you go. Very disappointment right there for For Newcastle, in fact, to consider a goal like that. Now is Almiron. Now is Longstaff. Now Grimares. Now Botman. Now is Joelinton. Now Alan Maximan. Now is Reece James. And that's going to be a foul. That's going to be. And it's going to be a free kick for Chelsea. You've got 5 minutes left of stoppage time remaining, guys. 5 minutes to go left of stoppage time. A yellow card right there for Joelinton as well. And yeah, it's going to be now a free kick for Chelsea. Pass it there to Luis Alberto. Now is Neres. Now it's going to be a goal kick. It's going to be here for Nick Pope. Now boots it away right there from Pope. Now Joelinton. Now Longstaff. Now here's Wilson. Now Cucurella. That's going to be now the end of it. The end of the match is all over. And it's a huge win right here for Chelsea. And that's 3 points for Chelsea as well. And very disappointing for Newcastle to actually drop that potential draw out of this matchup to a loss of when Mertens scored that goal past Nick Pope. And yeah, disappointing for Newcastle, but for Chelsea, big win for them, big 3 points, and they are actually competing here with Man City at the top of the table. And the game ends here today. Newcastle 2, Chelsea 3. And that's a huge result there for Chelsea. The Blues got the result in the bag here. Away win for Chelsea. That is massive for them in the Premier League. Newcastle, on the other hand, came up short. But Chelsea, on the other hand, were very, very pushy in the match. And they got themselves the 3 points and the rewards because of it. But now, let's get to our next matchup between Arsenal and Liverpool. And let's get straight into this matchup right here, right now. And it's going to be Arsenal here taking on against Liverpool in this contest. And we are here at the Emirates Stadium right here, right now. As Arsenal here are going to go up against Liverpool. Big contest, big matchup, we know. As we know, two teams are really bad at one another in those Champions League positions in this Premier League. As we know that Liverpool are currently in 3rd place. And Arsenal are currently in 4th place. But can Arsenal win today and move up to 3rd in the Premier League if they beat Arsenal at home here today at the Emirates? Arsenal in their team today got Ramsdale in goal. They've got Tomiyasu, Saliba, White and Gabriel in defence. We've got Saka, Odegaard, Aqua and Smith Rowe. And also Wilfried Zaha and Gabriel Jesus for the Gunners in this match. Okay, and we all here for Liverpool. We have in goal, Alisson in goal, Trent Alexander-Arnold, Matteo, and also Andy Robertson, Fabinho, Hernandez, Thiago, Roberto Firmino, Dybala, and Nunez. And that is a very good team right there that Liverpool have got in the away team for today in this matchup. The front three, Nunez and Dybala and Firmino, are very good attacking wise, I've got to say. And it's going to be massive, it's going to be between these two teams here, the Gunners and Liverpool itself, the Reds. And we have it here stalled for us. Arsenal will play Liverpool, and it's live. Let's get this match underway right here, right now, between the two sides. And here we go. And let's get this contest underway right now. And it is Arsenal here to take on here Liverpool in this match. Now is Jordan Henderson. Now Pablo Dybala. Now is Fabinho. Now Fabinho now here for Liverpool here. Nice ball there now to Roberto. That's offside. Offside. Now free kick here. Now Ben White will pass it short here to Aqua. Now is Saliba. Now here's Tomiyasu. Now is Saka. Now Robertson. Now is Henderson. Now Fabinho. Now Dybala. Thiago. And now Nunez. Now is Tomiyasu. Odegaard. Now here's nice there to Gabriel Jesus. Wilfried Zaha. Now Gabriel. Okay, that could have been, but it's gone wide for a goal kick. Now, big boot away, clearance away. Tomiyasu. Now, Saka. Now, Robertson. Henderson. Dybala. White Aqua. White. Now, here's Odegaard. And that's a save there from Alisson right there for Liverpool in this match. Now Alisson will take it and now pass it short here to Matteo. Robertson, now Thiago. Now Henderson. Now Dybala. And now it's Aqua. Now it's Smith Rowe. Now is Henderson. Now Matip. Now Fabinho. Now here's Dybala. Now Thiago. Now Aqua. Now is Odegaard. Now Saka. Now is Pablo Dybala. Now Dybala is on the counter attack. Gives it to Thiago. Thiago! A goal for Liverpool! And the Emirates are quiet. The Arsenal fans are quiet because Liverpool have scored at the Emirates, at the Arsenal's turf. And it's 1-0 to Liverpool here. And Arsenal are trailing here by 1-0. And it's a great goal, I've got to say, there from Dybala. Nicely hit there to Thiago. And it's now 1-0 to Liverpool. 4 goals in 14 matches this season that Thiago scored today. And it's now 1-0 to Liverpool. And now here's Zaha on the counter-attack here. Nice press on here from Arsenal here. Might get a goal back in the game here. Now Zaha. Now Zaha. Could turn over here. Could be a chance here. Deflect away. All right in the hands of Alisson. Very nice there from Alisson. Now big boot away right there. Now to Odegaard. Nunez. Darwin Nunez now. Here's a chance. Matt Nunez. Gabriel. Now is Ramsdale. Now Saliba. Now Aqua. Now is okay. Now is Robertson. Now is Darwin Nunez. And now here's Nunez here. Now Saka. Now Odegaard. And now Zaha. And now Zaha. And now right into the hands of Alisson. And now boot away right there now, Dybala. Now Aqua. Now Fabinho. Now Thiago. Now it's a chance for Fabinho now. And Gabriel wins it back. Now Saliba. Now Odegaard. Now lost it back to Robertson. Now Thiago. Now is Pablo Dybala. Now Thiago. Now Dybala. And now here's Fabinho. Right into the hands of Ramsdale. And now Matteo wins it back for Liverpool. Now Robertson. Now Henderson. Now Thiago. Now here's Roberto Firmino. Now Dybala. And that is going to be that. Going into half time here. And Liverpool are in the lead here at the Emirates in the first half. Great goal there for Thiago. And Arsenal are trailing here going to half time. They are losing this matchup, by the way, as it's Arsenal 0, Liverpool 1 at the break. Anyway, they're passing it. Start for the kick-off here for the second half. And Arsenal kick off the second half here in this match. And now Gabriel Jesus now skids through. It could be a chance here. Gabriel! A goal for Arsenal! Straight from kick-off in the second half. And Arsenal are now in level in this match. A great goal, and they've actually equalised in this matchup to equal the game, as Liverpool were in front of the majority of the first half. And now Arsenal are back in it And a great goal right there for Gabriel Jesus. Chipped the goalkeeper over Alisson. And now Arsenal are now 1-1 in this matchup. And what a great goal for the Brazilian forward. And it's now 1-1 in the game. Now pass the ball nicely there here from... now it's Darwin Núñez. It's Dybala in fact. Now here's to Odegaard. Now here's Henderson here, the captain. Now pass to Fabinho. Now to Roberto Firmino now for Liverpool. And now Firmino here. Darwin Núñez, and Liverpool are back in the front now. They were in front in the first half as they were leading by 1-0. Went to 1-1 and they're back in the lead again to 2-1. A great goal there for Liverpool. Strikes it in that bottom corner of the goal. And the Uruguayan forward puts it into the back of the net to make it 2-1 to Liverpool. Great goal right there, I've got to say. Strikes it on his right foot. No one there marking him. No one, marked Darwin Núñez. And Liverpool are back in front in this match. And Tomiyasu here comes on, and Lucas Torreira comes on for Arsenal. And Arsenal got a substitution to be made here. Now here's Odegaard, Henderson, and now here's Dybala. Now Smith Rowe. Now Torreira. Now Odegaard. Now Thiago. And now it's Pablo Dybala. Right into Aaron Ramsdale. Now Odegaard. And now here's Zaha. Now Saka. Jesus. Could be a goal here. And there's a goal. And Arsenal have got themselves back in the game. It's now 2-2. And they've got themselves back in the matchup after trailing by 2-1. It's been a very good game, I've got to say, between Arsenal and Liverpool. It's been a roller coaster of a matchup. And they're back in level in this match. It's very good there for Arsenal to get back. And all the Arsenal fans are all cheering Arsenal throughout the whole stadium. Now Fabinho now to Pablo Dybala now. And he's taken out here by Lucas Torreira. Yellow card there from the Uruguayan. And Pablo Dybala is going to be coming off, it seems. He's been really hurt in this matchup. I think he's done something to his knee or something in the match. And that tackle's probably really set the coffin there for Pablo Dybala in the match. And now he's going to be coming off, and Luis Diaz will be coming on for Liverpool. Now Trent Alexander-Arnold will take the free kick here for Liverpool. Alexander-Arnold! Oh, right into the hands of Ramsdale right there for Arsenal in this match. Now boots it away right there. Nice. Now back to Liverpool here. Now is Thiago. Now Henderson. Now Thiago's through. And a save right there from Ramsdale again there for Arsenal in this match. Now Martin Odegaard. That's a handball foul maybe. I don't know what it was. But anyway, now here's now Torreira now. Now to Smith Rowe on the counter attack here. Smith Rowe. It's a goal for Arsenal. And he's there in front for the first time. What a game we've been having so far this matchup. Arsenal were leading the matchup, and then it went to 1-1, and then, however, it was actually 2-1 to Liverpool, and then Arsenal went to 2-2, and now it's 3-2, and it's been an absolutely great game of a roller coaster, this matchup. It's been backwards and forwards between both sets of teams, but now Arsenal, for the first time this game, they're in front here at the Emirates, and all the Arsenal fans are so loving it and soaking it in right there. And now Liverpool start kick-off there after that goal was conceded, and they've now behind now. They are Liverpool behind, and it's now 3-2 to Arsenal. Now Alexander-Arnold was fouled right there by Smith Rowe, so a free kick's going to be given here for Liverpool. Now is Roberto Firmino, and now here's Torreira. Headed there nice to Fabinho. Fabinho to Henderson. Save right there from the goalkeeper for Ramsdale. Now Liverpool really want to get back in this matchup. They were actually leading, they were. And now a great save right there from Ramsdale. And now it's going to be a corner here for Liverpool. And Robertson. Now head away, maybe. Clearance away there from Arsenal. Now here's Diaz. Diaz now. Diaz. Diaz, Fabinho, save for Ramsdale. Another chance again, another save there from Ramsdale once again. Liverpool really want to get back in this matchup to 3-3, hopefully so. But two great saves from Ramsdale. Really done well there. Now Gabriel. Now it's Zaha. Now Zaha now press on. Then now here's Trent Alexander-Arnold. Now to Fabinho. Now Fabinho now the ball here. Nice there to Liverpool. Now it's Zaha. Now Tierra. Saka. And now is Tierra. Now Buendia. Jesus! Save right there from Alisson. Great save there from Alisson right there. And Saliba now comes off. And Rob Holding comes on for Arsenal. Substitute being made again here for the Gunners. And there's a corner here for Arsenal. And now Liverpool now got themselves a substitution. Now Fabinho will come off. And James Milner will be coming on for the Cop. And it's going to be a short corner, it looks like, here between Saka here and Zaha. And now Zaha now the ball here. Now it's the here the goal! And Arsenal extends their lead from 3-2 to 4-2. And a goal right there for Gabriel Jesus. Jesus makes it 4-2. And Arsenal have really turned the tables around because they were trailing by at least 1-0 to 2-1 to Liverpool in the straight into the second half. And now it's 4-2. Before the end of the game. I've got to say 3 points for Arsenal in this matchup. 3 points. 3 points of crucial points for them to put themselves back towards that title race, because if they win today they move into 3rd place, and obviously Liverpool drop to 4th if they lose. Now is Smith Rowe. Now to Alisson. Now boots the ball away right there. Clearance away nicely. Now is Zaha. Now is now Diaz. Milner. Now Diaz. Diaz. Oh, that could have been it. That really could have been it. That could have been a goal back for Liverpool, but it's still 4-2 though. Now clearance away right there again. And now it's Darwin Núñez. Now it's Núñez. Cross it in. Head away from Holding. And that's going to be that at the end of the match here today at the Emirates. A great victory there for the Gunners, and obviously Gabriel Jesus wins the match ball right there for Arsenal. He wins it very nicely right there. A great victory, I've got to say. A hat-trick as well for him today. It was very impressive, I've got to say. Well, the match ends here today at the Emirates as it is Arsenal 4, Liverpool 2 here at the Emirates here today. 3 points and they move up to 3rd. A big win for Arsenal here today. A hat-trick for Gabriel Jesus, and that's a huge win for him here today. And those great 3 goals for Gabriel Jesus, those hat-trick really paid off well for him. And that's a massive victory for Arsenal as the game ends as Arsenal 4, Liverpool 2. And now let's get to the game highlights for all the other game highlights of the other matches who are not featuring here today's Matchday 4 of the Premier League. Let's get to those. And Manchester City got themselves a goal in the first 8 minutes of the matchup from a 1v1 there from Karim Benzema, and strikes it and beats the goalkeeper Martinez and makes Man City lead by a 1-0 at Villa Park. And Aston Villa got themselves a chance to get themselves back in level terms, but it wasn't to be, but saved and stopped there from Ederson as Cash passed it to Ollie Watkins. Had a strike, but saved there from Ederson to keep that one out. Villa got back into the game by Villa's boyhood fan Jack Grealish, puts Villa in level in the matchup here against Man City, and maybe there's hope for Villa to try and get something out of Man City. And Man City got themselves back in the lead again in this matchup, and they did that, and it's now 2-1 to Manchester City in the game from a goal from Karim Benzema. A great pass there from Corella, and then Benzema puts Man City back in front to 2-1 here at Villa Park. And consecutive victories are continuing here for Man City as their unbeaten run still continues after winning 13 straight matches so far in the Premier League. and they are running away with it at the top of the table in the Premier League. And 2 goals from Benzema seals Man City's win here at Villa Park today. And the game ends as Aston Villa 1, Manchester City 2. And Portsmouth, however, got themselves a goal from Trossard to make it 1-0. An unlikely goal there for Pompey. Not doing very well so far this season as they're currently bottom of the league. But to get themselves in the lead against Spurs is massive for Pompey. And Spurs, of course, kept on trying to get themselves back in the game. But what a save there from Dean Henderson to stop that one for going into the net. And a nice shot there from Aspas. And a great save there from Henderson. And it's a great save from him. And there's a corner here for Tottenham. And Spurs got themselves back in the matchup. A great goal there from Fekir. And beats Dean Henderson. And he puts it into the net. And now it is a goal there for Tottenham to make it 1-1 in the match. Spurs try to get themselves in the matchup as a goal between Aspas here was actually disallowed for offside. And Portsmouth were very happy that it's still 1-1 here at White Hart Lane. Portsmouth were through. In goal they were from a great 1v1 there from Dennis. Had a strike but saved there from Anthony Lopez for a corner kick. And Portsmouth kept on trying to get themselves in the lead. And another save and 2 saves again there from Lopez to keep that one out from the goal. And it's now another corner for Portsmouth. And Ryan Sessegnon puts it into the goal to make it 2-1 to Spurs. And Spurs are finally in front and beats Dean Henderson and he puts it into the net. And Tottenham are now leading here by 2-1. And Portsmouth got themselves finally back in the matchup here. And a goal there from Manuel Dennis. And Portsmouth, a last minute goal at White Hart Lane, gives a very disappointment for Spurs because they've dropped 2 points it seems at home to Portsmouth here. And that was the case unfortunately. Spurs dropped 2 points at home to the team who are bottom of the Premier League, Portsmouth. And Portsmouth travelled all the way from the south coast up to North London and got a point out of Tottenham today as the game ends as Spurs 2, Portsmouth 2. Everton pressed on here against Wolves' defence, but Connor Cody won the ball and lost control of it back to Dwight McNeil. And Dele Alli swayed it to Anthony Gordon and he puts it into the net. And Everton lead here by a 1-0 here at Molineux. And then Dominic Calvert-Lewin was 1v1 to Sarr and lobbed Sarr over. And Everton's made it 2-0 before 10 minutes being played in the matchup. And the Evertonians are running right here away from home. And unfortunately for Everton, however, as Dendoncker had a shot and it ricocheted the hand of James Tarkowski, and the referee points at penalty to Wolves. And Raul Jimenez hits the ball into that top right corner of the goal and put Wolves hopefully back in the matchup. A great penalty from him, beats Jordan Pickford and he puts into the net, and it's a goal there for Wolves in the matchup. That's 1 goal back for them. And Morgan Gibbs-White pressed on here on the Everton's defence, and he beats Jordan Pickford, and Wolves are back in the matchup from 2-0 down to 2-2. And I've got to say, Wolverhampton Wanderers show a lot of fight and a lot of passion before going into half-time. But a minute before half-time, Dama Traore made it 3-2 to Wolves from 2-0 down to 3-2. And things are looking up for the Oranges here as Wolverhampton Wanderers are now 3-2 up. A great goal there from Morgan Gibbs-White, his second goal today. And it's now 3-2 to Wolverhampton Wanderers against the Evertonians. And the Toffees Everton got themselves a goal back in the game as Dominic Calvert-Lewin beats the goalkeeper Sarr again for his second goal of the matchup. And now it's 3-3 and game on here at Molineux. Well, it wasn't over for Everton because Dominic Calvert-Lewin got himself a hat-trick and Everton go 4-3 up. And it's been a very good rollercoaster matchup here at Molineux. And now Dominic Calvert-Lewin places a hat-trick in the matchup here for Everton. And now it's 4-3 and they're in front again. Everton's away form this season is so great compared to their home form, as they won another game away from home today, but it's at Molineux, as they've beaten Southampton at St Mary's, and also as well to Portsmouth away from home, and also as well to Celtic, and now also here today at Molineux at Wolves. The game ends 4-3 to Everton. And however, West Ham United, however, were very disappointingly poor because they considered a real silly goal by a goal from Che Adams. And the Saints are in the lead here at London Stadium in the first 7 minutes in the game. And West Ham United from Mikel Artano pressed on the Saints' defence, and Marko Arnautovic beats Alexander McCarthy, and they're back in the game as they're in level terms here at London Stadium. And West Ham United from Marko Arnautovic knocked the ball nicely there to Lanzini to put West Ham in the lead, and a very good goal, nice right there from him, as now West Ham are now leading here by 2-1. Ben Johnson for West Ham United's fullback had a chance to score against McCarthy, but saved and stopped by the Southampton goalkeeper. West Ham United extend their lead from 2-1 to 3-1 from a goal from Mikel Artano to extend their lead from 2 goals more compared to Southampton, and now it's 3-1 to West Ham United. And the game ends here today at the London Stadium as West Ham United won today, and Southampton are in some real poor form this season so far under Ralph Hasenhüttl. A lot of pressure for his job as he's only been in charge for 4 months, and they are really struggling in 19th position in the Premier League. The match ends here today at the London Stadium as West Ham United 3, Southampton 1. AFC Richmond got themselves a goal in the first 3 minutes in the game from a goal from Dani Rojas to put AFC Richmond in front against Watford in the game. And a great goal from AFC Richmond to extend the lead to 2-0 at Vicarage Road, and it's now 2-0 to Richmond. And Watford are really poor at defence, and they've got a lot of work to do to get back in the matchup if they do. Watford tried their best to try and get back in the game as Will Hughes had a shot but saved by the goalkeeper to keep that one out for a corner kick for Watford. An awful challenge from Jamie Tartt as Will Hughes slide tackled him in and the referee gives him a red card and he's sent off and he'll be suspended for the next matchup for Watford. And AFC Richmond from Dani Rojas, pass ball there to Jamie Tartt, sweated it and there was no one there in the goal and all you have to do is tap it in and it's now 3-0 to AFC Richmond. A nice cross from AFC Richmond from Sam Asania and it was a nice header from Roy Kent the captain and a great save from Bouchman and it's still out and it's now going to be a corner kick for Watford. And AFC Richmond extend their lead again in this matchup as Sam Asania passes it to Dani Rojas and knocks it into the goal to make it 4-0 to AFC Richmond, and they are absolutely humiliating Watford, the strugglers, in this matchup here today on Matchday 14. A hat-trick for Dani Rojas for AFC Richmond as he wins the match ball, and that was a great victory it was there for AFC Richmond in the matchup, and that is 4 goals scored for them in the match away from home, and the score was here at Vicarage Road as Watford 0, AFC Richmond 4. Edouard pressed on Brentford's defence in the first minute of the game. He had a shot, it went to Rose's hands, failed to catch the ball, and then it went back to Edouard, and now Celtic are in the lead to make it 1-0 at the G-Tech Stadium. And then Celtic pressed on again against Brentford's defence and made it 2-0 to the boys, Celtic, and now it's 2-0 to them in the match. And Brentford looked so poor in the early phase of the match, and now Celtic are now leading by 2-0 and 2 goals from Edouard. And then Brentford, however, got themselves back in the matchup as Kasper Dolberg got himself a goal for Brentford, and he's been their top goal scorer in the club this season for Brentford, and he's done so well right there to get the goal back in the match. And then Brentford didn't give up at all as they were 2-0 down, and it went to 2-2 as Brian Marebu puts it in past the goalkeeper Joe Hart, and now Brentford are now 2-2 in the matchup against Celtic. And however there, Edouard counter-pressed on the goalkeeper, had a shot past Dani Rojas, and Celtic made it 3-2 here at the G-Tech Stadium. And however, Brentford pressed on from Janelt to pass the ball there to Kasper Dolberg and had a shot, beat past Joe Hart, and now it is 3-0 in the matchup here. And what a game we've had, and what a contest we have here between Celtic and Brentford, and a great goal there from Brentford, and now it's 3-3. And just before half-time, Brentford made it from 3-2 down to 4-3 Brentford just before half-time, and a great goal there for Brentford. And that was a goal there, nice there from Dolberg again. And he puts it in past Joe Hart to make it 4-3 before half-time. A nice corner crossed in from Brentford, however. It was a nice header there to Joe Hart. Rebounding back from Joe Hart. Back to Dolberg again. And that's another goal there from Kasper Dolberg. And he's been a goal machine today. And now Brentford have made it 5-3. And it was a nice counter press there from Vizza, and he puts it in past Joe Hart, and now it's 6 to Brentford. And what a contest we're having here, ladies and gentlemen, here at the G-Tech Stadium, as Vizza puts his first goal in the matchup against Celtic to make it 6-3 to the Bees. However, Celtic, got themselves a penalty in the late stage of the matchup as a ball was actually ricocheted the hand of Brian Marebu. And now they point for a penalty in the last minute of the game. I know Celtic have probably lost this matchup now. They've got themselves a lucky penalty at the end of the game. And Celtic put the ball past David Rojas. And now that's a goal back again there for Celtic. But they are still trailing by 6 goals to 4. And there's no way back now, likely so for Celtic. But at least they've got themselves a bit of pride though. And now it's 6-4 Brentford. Four great goals from Kasper Dolberg, and he wins the match ball for Brentford and beats Celtic today in a massive, 10 goals thriller in this matchup here today at the B Stadium as it ends Brentford 6, Celtic 4. And there was actually a nicer press on there from Manchester United, however, as Marcus Rashford won the ball with the defender from Leicester, Johnny Evans, and passed the ball to Harry Kane. And now the Red Devils, Manchester United, are leading here by 1-0. And a very good start there for Joachim Löw's first away game for United. And Man United carried on that 1-0 lead to make it 2-0 as Jadon Sancho beats past Schmeichel. And now Manchester United are leading now by 2-0. And Man United, however, from McTominay, passed the ball to Harry Kane, had a shot, rebounded back there to Jadon Sancho, and it's now 3-0 to Manchester United. And I've got to say, what a game it's been, of course. Had a shot, saved the Schmeichel, rebounded back there to Sancho, and now it's 3-0. In the second half, Marcus Rashford beats past Schmeichel, and now it's 4-0 to Manchester United. It's been a very good game, it's been, I've got to say. And Rashford smacked it in past the goalkeeper there, Kasper Schmeichel, and now it's 4-0. And Leicester, however, got themselves a goal back in the game as Harvey Barnes passed there to James Maddison, and that's 1 goal back there for Leicester City in the match. And that's a very good goal, I've got to say, there from him. But that's 1 goal back for Leicester, but they're still trailing by 4-1. Another goal was scored there for Leicester City as Mark Albright and Jamie Vardy really ganged up on the goalkeeper, and Vardy puts it in. Another goal for Leicester, and maybe it could be a comeback, it could be. They've got to score 2 more goals though to get themselves in level with Man U, but it's probably too late now, I think, for Leicester to get themselves back in the match. Manchester United got themselves a penalty in the matchup as Jadon Sancho tried to strike the ball, but the ball hit the hand of Wilfred Ndidi, and the referee points to the spot for a penalty in the late stage of the matchup at the King Power Stadium. And Harry Kane puts the ball into the top corner of the goal, and Manchester United, of course, made it 5-2 in the late stage of the matchup, and it's likely now that Joachim Löw is going to get his first win as manager for Manchester United after that victory, after a poor defeat to Rangers last week. And I've got to say they did very, very well today, Man United. Better than last week's first game under their new manager Joachim Löw after the departure of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. And that's their first win without him in charge. And a great 2 goals there from Harry Kane, and also nice goals from Sancho as well in the matchup, and also Marcus Rashford. And Manchester United got themselves the 3 points for the first time under the new era of Joachim Löw. And the game ends as Leicester City 2, Manchester United 5. In the early stage of the matchup, Rangers almost scored against Leeds United, but there's a shot there from Kent, but saved there from Mourier, and it's still 0-0 in the match. And Leeds counter-press beat past defender of Rangers and beat past 2 players and sweated it there, Jack Harrison and Patrick Bamford, and Leeds are in the lead here away from home to Rangers. A great pass there, I've got to say, there from Jack Harrison, and now it's 1-0 Leeds. And Rangers got themselves a goal back in the game as Morelos beats past Mourier and puts the ball into that bottom corner of the goal. And now it's 1-1 in the matchup. And there's a great shot there from Morelos and beats past the goalkeeper. And now it's 1-1. And Rangers there, however, lost control of the ball they did. Went back to Leeds and Rafinha puts Leeds in front. and scores to make it 2-1 to the Whites. And the team from Yorkshire now lead again against Rangers by 2-1. And Rafinha counter-press on Rangers defender, and then Jack Harrison had a shot, hit the post, rebounding it back to Jack Harrison, and now it's 3-1 leads in the game. And Leeds trying to get a fourth in the matchup as Bamford had a shot, but saved there from McGregor to keep that one out. Three goals and 3 points for the Yorkshire side Leeds, who travelled away from home today and won the matchup here by 3 goals to 1 and beats Rangers here by 3-1. A massive result it was there. Rafinha scored 2 great goals for Leeds and also a goal for Patrick Bamford. And Leeds won the matchup here today as the score ends as Rangers 1, Leeds 3. The official results for Matchday 14 of the Premier League. It's Arsenal 4, Liverpool 2, Aston Villa 1, Manchester City 2, Brentford 6, Celtic 4, Leicester 2, Manchester United 5, Newcastle United 2, Chelsea 3, Rangers 1, Leeds 3, Tottenham 2, Portsmouth 2, Watford 0, AFC Richmond 4, West Ham United 3, Southampton 1, Wolves 3, Everton 4. At the top of the table we have his Man City with 39 points, in second we have his Chelsea with 37 points, in third we have his Arsenal with 34 points, in fourth we have his Liverpool with 32 points, in fifth we have his Tottenham with 28 points, in sixth we have his Newcastle United with 21 points, in seventh we have his Leeds with 20 points, in eighth we have his Manchester United with 19 points, in ninth we have his AFC Richmond with 19 points, and in 10th to finish off the top half of the table is Brentford with 18 points. In the top half of the table we have his Aston Villa with 18 points, in 12th we have his Rangers with 17 points, in 13th we have his Leicester City with 17 points, in 14th we have his West Ham United with 15 points, in 15th we have his Celtic with 14 points, in 16th we have his Wolves with 14 points, and in 17th we have his Everton with 14 points. In the relegation zone we have his Watford with 11 points, in 19th with his Southampton with 7 points, and last we have his Portsmouth with 7 points. For next week, for Matchday 15, we'll be featuring first will be Chelsea versus Tottenham in the London Derby, and also we have first place Man City taking on third place Arsenal, and the game highlights will feature Liverpool versus Rangers, Manchester United versus Brentford, Celtic versus Wolves, Portsmouth versus Watford, AFC Richmond versus West Ham United, Southampton versus Aston Villa, Leeds versus Leicester, and Everton versus Newcastle. And that's all we have time for here today with Gary Lineker. We'll be back, of course, for next week for Matchday 15. Goodbye.